All right, I'm about to dyno something for the first time ever. I am ready?
That was so awesome.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am freaking pumped. Reason being, we've got the ZL1 up on the dyno finally after its ported blower, new intake, full exhaust headers. So anyways, I have had this car down now for like 2 months just about and have not gotten to do anything with it in so long, and I'm so excited because today we're not only going to find out how much power all of these changes that we made to the car is going to make, but also I'll be able to have my freaking car back after today. So I have absolutely never operated a dyno before, even though I own one. I've had it for so long and never even used it before until today. We're gonna do it right here. It's gonna be my first ever dyno session myself. So I'm gonna be a dyno operator today. Woo! To start making our hits, I gotta set up some fans and we'll be good to go. So without further ado, let's find out how much a ported blower ZL1 makes. This could be our first video filmed with the new GoPro Hero 10 Black. Oh snap. All right, I'm about to dyno something for the first time ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He told me to go ahead and just hit it full throttle, but
I'm about to bust.
I am triggered. Ready? Here we go. Is that peak?
Yeah,
468.
at 4,400.
Fuck yeah. Fuck. Whoa. Horsefly. At peak power, we're making 470 already. Now you gotta remember that this car, all the way at the top of the RPM band, was only making like 550 before. So we're already making 470 and we're only at 4,500. Look at torque, may I just say. Torque is just like, he told me that we're good on this file to go ahead and run it out to the rev limiter. So, ready?
Smoke out of there at the end.
Did it?
A lot.
So says that we are making 572. It looks like it was getting a little bit rocky up top up here.
Yeah, that's probably about where that smoke started coming out the back, was about here, because it was like all of a sudden. So that would make sense if it dropped off right there.
But still, 572. We've already picked up 22 horsepower. That's pretty weak, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But it did make 592 foot-pounds of torque. So torque is definitely like up a lot.
The torque is there.
All right, so I sent that log over to Andrew at CSP, and apparently on that run, we had some pretty extreme knock coming from the knock sensors. I'm not sure exactly why. Possibly from the headers or exhaust pinging up against and rattling up against the frame or the chassis body of the car, whatever. But I'm gonna call him real quick and see where we can go from here, because he's telling me that he needs to probably be in person to finish tuning it, because he would have to desensitize the knock sensors. With that being said though, he's gonna call me back real quick and we're gonna figure out some kind of a solution on where to go from here, because he's really most likely gonna need to be in person and finish out the tune. So let's figure out what we're gonna do. Hey man, what's going on?
Oh, living the dream here.
Yeah, I hear you.
I can't tell remotely what's real knock or false knock.
Yeah.
Because I need to visually see certain things and hear certain things. None of the manufacturers would make a header that didn't like smack on something, so I had to like have my own make. But like any little like rattle and shit does it. Like Cooks rests on the motor mount. I think ARH rests on the opposite motor mount. Stainless Works, I I don't know if they actually hit, but they're a bastard to install. And
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Corsa, to be honest with you. Yeah, so first check to see if the headers are hitting anywhere.
Okay.
Like absolutely anywhere. And if you want to risk it, so this is where it gets dangerous. I can try to show you guys like what knock looks like, and basically you need a spotter while you dyno to see if you have knock coming when I like start desensitizing things.
Yeah. So how much does it cost to send like a remote tuner down here if we were to like fly somebody down here? Because it's already on the dyno and stuff. So I'm just curious if that's even an option.
Oh, you like sending me down there?
Yeah, if you wanted to.
That's a wonderful question. I'll talk to you soon. As soon as I find out from the wifey, I'll let you know.
Okay, cool, man. I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Hi. What did I walk into?
So apparently it's picking up knock. That's why the the graph 5000 is going haywire. He said that it would either be he would come here tomorrow or he would have to wait at least at minimum a week and a half. So like either way, this car is not gonna be doing shit yet again for a while.
Bitch, I'm buzzing at him.
Great.
Hello.
He's looking at his new donor car for his
Oh, really?
EV swap project that he's got.
This is painful.
Oh, that's not painful. You want to see something painful? Come see. I know you love Chevy.
Oh no.
Rally Sporty.
Oh, f you. I see it already. That is painful.
I want to say it made like 30 more horsepower. Don't laugh at my dyno's fan setup, please. Don't laugh at it.
Oh yeah. You gotta get an upgrade.
Yeah, we need an upgrade for sure.
Oh my god.
It's worked so far.
Yeah, hey, it keeps everything pretty cool. But we don't run like back to back.
So we're gonna be here forever. We're gonna end up desensitizing the knock sensors based on what we were seeing on the logs that you sent me. And I'm gonna need your eyes to make sure that what I'm seeing on here is gonna be false knock or real knock.
Okay.
So we're gonna kind of dial it in and keep it safe.
So
Seriously, thank you again.
How do you see knock?
I'll have you back there
Yeah.
videoing,
Okay.
and you'll see these like just puffs. It's not going to be like a steady stream of
Oh,
smoke.
from the exhaust?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you're going to see like on the backside just like puff, puff. It looks weird, and then you'll start noticing it in everybody else's videos who's like trying to go for like a record run or something.
You're gonna start seeing random puffs.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, hey, that car's knocking, and then wow, it's loud. That's way different though.
Wow, that sounded interesting. There's a little bit of pump. A little bit of pump. I didn't know you were about to do a pull. I could have definitely been in a better position for that. I thought it was still warming up.
All right, guys, we got him here. He made his first dyno run. We saw that we were actually getting a little bit of knock, which is a good thing that we saw it while he's here instead of being like, this looks good, here's your file, and me going and just beating the shit out of it on the street.
So anyway, we got a revision flash onto there. We're gonna go ahead now and try to get the same tune and get it dialed in. I say we.
But like, in reality, I'm just the asshole holding the camera, so I'm not really doing much. Huge thanks to CSP. Andrew, I appreciate you, man. Holy shit, dude.
What?
What the fuck? That made more power. Right at about 6,000 is where it started puffing a little bit more. That made really, really good power though. Maybe?
Yeah.
What do you
Well, I think I'm using the low control. Did you guys ever calibrate the low control in your dyno?
So what's odd, actually really odd about this whole situation is that this dyno we've proven from a few different cars, it actually reads like a few horsepower low, like 20 to 50 low.
When the load control's on, it's trying to factor in a certain resistance. If the load control has added, it can add power, it can take away power.
Okay.
Based on what the calibration is. So if it's properly calibrated, when you have load on versus not on, it'll be the same.
Okay.
Or
That
at
makes
least
sense.
really, really close. But if it's not properly calibrated, I mean, it can be way off. The last time I did it, I screwed it up and like my numbers were 60 horsepower less than like not.
Yeah.
And we were just like freaking out, like, why are these cars making so little power? What have we messed up?
But in reality, how much do numbers really matter? Like truly?
And we just want to get the car running right. So that this knock, this is where it pulled a bunch of timing.
Right.
And obviously we don't want that. What is this zero? What are you doing with the smoothing? Oh my God.
That looks good.
That's way better. Yeah. You just want that peak number.
Do I look like a professional dyno operator to you?
So that run was 25 degrees hotter than the first run.
Okay.
So we'll give it a little bit more of a cool down with your awesome fans.
Let me adjust the angle here for supreme cooling.
I gotta send this to my
No.
And pointed just right.
Yeah, gotta get that. It's all about the angle.
As efficient as possible.
So basically what we've been doing is every run we've been having Dyno in the back with earplugs in, watching for little puffs of smoke, because as Andrew just taught us, that is what knock looks like from the back of the car. So we had a few runs, as you guys saw in the beginning, that had a little bit of puffs, but it looks like he's got all of that dialed out. So
We gotta fix the flags now.
the Mustang flag is
I know.
the wrong car for that, man. That didn't do bad. 641. And so now we're gonna run it one more time, just to see how everything looks. If it all works out pretty well, I think we're going to go grab some food and then come back, let the car cool down, and it should be making really good power after everything's cooled down. Because right now, after making run after run after run,
Especially with these little tiny fans.
it just heats the car up pretty quick. So see what it does. It's making amazing power already. Now we're just trying to get it reliable. So this is pretty sick. I've never had the chance to do this before. This is awesome. $637, yeah.
We're in the realm of reason. That was a little too conservative.
Yeah.
I mean, the run started at 150 degrees. It's ending at 170s. So
Holy hell.
it is up there.
It's a little smoky from the dyno.
Oh, is that from the brake?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, what the
That's from the
Oh yeah,
dyno.
we're actually using the brake, so that'll
Yeah, I was like, I've never seen this before, but that makes sense. Yep, that's the first time I've seen that. Hello. Andrew says that he's pretty confident that we're pretty safe as far as file goes. We shouldn't have any issues out of this thing. If this one checks out, then we're gonna go ahead and run to go grab some food, come back after the car cools off a whole bunch. It should be making a lot more power, so we'll find out what this thing truly does.
Right now the blower is just so heat soaked from all of this heat from back to back to back runs.
We gotta go get him a fork because he took leftovers back home from the restaurant, and like 30 minutes after leaving the restaurant he wants his leftovers. So we're gonna go get him a fork, and we're also going to grab a bag of ice because the car is definitely not cool enough yet. And so basically what he's wanting to do is throughout the entire temperature range, we've already gotten that car before we left extremely hot. And so next up, we're going to cool it way down, and then we're gonna tune it being extremely cold. I just need a bag of ice and a few plastic forks. Thank you.
Ooh, yeah.
Just throws it at the car. How much power do you think this is gonna make after all said and done?
On this dyno, because this dyno
On this very suspicious dyno.
it is.
It's made 655 so
saw
far.
that.
That was the
That's not
highest
bad.
it's made earlier.
So I think as long as that carries out, we probably are going to see a 675 or higher.
That's honestly pretty wild because this same dyno did dyno before all of this at 551 or something like that.
Yeah, Kong does a great job of that.
Yeah.
He does an amazing job. He's one guy, he looks like a Greek god. You hear that, Greg? You look like a Greek god.
But anyway, we just got back with a bag of ice, let the blower cool down, get everything back to temp. So now we're pretty much good to make our final glory run, if you will. See what it does. This should be full power that this car is going to be doing today. We're about to find out right here.
It's like setting up settings that say his name.
Windows is doing a goddamn update. Why?
Does it really?
It's doing an update. Like out of all time.
Perfect timing. Damn.
Let's go.
You are lying.
Let's go.
671, 688. Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. Could be better. I'm gonna run it again. Now that's gonna go up to like another like level of heat soak. I'm gonna run it again and see what it does.
Oh my god, dude.
Let's go.
676, 668.
Nice.
We are up 126 horsepower on the same fuel.
Pretty good for same boost.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the craziest part. We have the stock freaking pulley on this car. I don't know why I forgot to mention that until now, but that's what the craziest part was about this whole entire deal, is that we're still on the stock amount of boost. We're still on the stock pulley. We haven't changed anything. The pulley style has been changed, but it's the same size, which means same boost, same everything, only a lot more air, and that's it. Pretty cool. We're gonna check to see how close our dyno is. We just now dynoed it with load on, and now we're gonna dyno with load off, just to see, you know, how close. 577, 571. Ruston. So you think it's calibrating issue?
Load cells calibrated properly.
Yeah. I would say definitely not would be the answer there.
This combo of my dyno would make 610.
Really? Yeah. That's probably about right, I would assume. Yeah, he was saying that our dyno with load control on is reading higher than normal. With load control off, it's reading lower than normal. So we've never used load control, so it's definitely always been low for sure, but we definitely need to get it calibrated. And just saying we need to get this thing calibrated because it's definitely reading off, so.
But the numbers look great when they're not calibrated.
Well, that makes sense then why all of the other cars have dynoed so low. Because we've dynoed other cars without load control, and they have dynoed like it's been a heartbreaking dyno.
But we can let it cool all the way back down again now.
Yeah, dude, really, like I said, as long as it's tuned, numbers don't matter to me. Like, it's a number. It really is.
It either wins or loses a race.
I don't care. I don't care how much horsepower your car has got, dude. I've seen 400 horsepower cars wax the shit out of 800 horsepower cars.
Like, that's why some of these pulls that we see on the internet that are like, here's 1100 horsepower. It's like, what? And it's like, well, that was useless.
Yeah.
That's not how it's going to actually be on the street. What's it going to do in like 150 miles per hour?
Yeah.
These pulls should take some time. Like there should be some resistance so you're building these things properly.
Right.
So if you go too little, you're going to find that when you go out on the street, you're knocking all over the place. And we used to see that a lot, especially on the cars that came from other shops that didn't have low control.
Really?
Like we'd see that all the time. They'd be out on the street knocking like crazy. If you can prevent things for the future, I mean that's great. You can't change the past. I mean, I blew up a couple cars, like my CTS-V twice by revving it to 7,800 RPM on a stock bottom end.
It happens.
It wasn't revving it. It was hitting the limiter at 7,800 RPM.
Why did you have a limiter at 7,800?
Because I didn't want to go to 8.
Quick question. Do rev limiters blow head gaskets?
Rev limiters, depending how harsh they are, can do bad things.
I actually like the direction of this conversation. I'll tell you why shortly, but if you were to have a car and you were to get on the rev limiter for, let's say, like you're taking off in first gear and you're doing like a roll and burnout and it's like for like 5 seconds every now and then.
No, I would say five. It was like a second and a half.
A second and a half.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
Depends what else is going on. Like I
Just curious.
I would.
I'm seeing why we've had problems now. I'm thinking about like this load control in combination with two-step and probably knocking. I'm definitely understanding a little bit more.
So the knocking will blow a head gasket for sure. So basically the cylinder pressure gets so much, it's got to go somewhere. Too much timing basically is a culprit of blowing a head gasket.
Lesson learned though. What?
You drank out the cap.
Dude, I don't know why.
That's the best tasting drop in the whole bottle, bro.
You see all these drops? Who wants that in there? So every time I don't fucking know why.
I thought I was weird.
You tell me
I know I'm weird, but I thought I was the only one.
Suck cap. What you doing around here not sucking caps?
Oh, did you do the thing? Let's do it.
Yeah, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, Ricer Mods.
I am actually pretty excited about that.
Reverse Ricer Mods.
It is. It is. He found out that you can keep the flaps closed during cold starts.
Let's go.
Instead of opening up and then closing, how it's all loud.
Oh. Put it in sport.
That makes a big difference. Usually these aftermarket companies, they never get the dual modes right. They're always like, hey, let's give you an obscenely loud exhaust and then a tick louder than that. It's like, what is that? Corsa actually nailed it.
Yeah.
Like, nailed it.
Thank you so much. Again, seriously.
Thanks. Sorry for
I've already plugged
killing
your
it
stuff
off the
like
dyno.
honestly 100 times throughout this video, but just for shits and giggles, guys, don't forget to go check out Complete Street Performance. You can click the link down below and go check them out. Go get your stuff tuned, or bring your car to him. He'll build it and make more power than what you brought it to him with. Trust me, that's what happened here, you know.
The next day.
Good morning. I'm on my way right now to go pick up Andrew from the hotel that he stayed at last night. Today, now that we've got the car off of the dyno, we're gonna go out and do a few watt hits on the street just to make sure that everything is consistent with what we were seeing on the dyno with, you know, the actual street that we're gonna be using the car on. Definitely feels a lot quicker. How did it look from your end, Dr. Andrew?
It looks like there's a little something there, but it just might be a little, like, going over the bumps and stuff.
Yeah. I'm excited to get this thing out on a track or get it out on a road course or the mountain or something.
This is definitely a road course car.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think we're getting false knock now.
Really?
Because I think it's the bumps. I think the car's just so fucking bumpy that it's like,
Mm-hmm. Everything on the chassis so stiff and rigid.
and this is the fun of tuning these. It's like you don't know if you're going too far or not.
Like I said, you don't even have to go for any crazy power with this thing. If it's just safe and it'll stay together through everything that I throw at it, I'll be happy.
I mean, I can set you up with two different tunes. Set you up with, you know, a kill tune.
Yeah, actually that would be cool.
Yeah.
God, it's crazy how smooth and linear it is now. So different.
You roll into fourth gear.
Yeah. So sad. Look at you and your new Don't Lose Sight.
I know.
Going to go rep through the airport.
I didn't even know what this said.
So what the f does this even say?
It said, what? Don't lose sight of what?
Your dreams, your goals, your aspirations.
Well, that's very insightful. It was very fun. I hope that we can do this again sometime.
Absolutely,
I
for
want you to
sure.
come up though. I want you to come up.
I really will. I'm telling you. Let's talk about it. Figure it out.
Okay.
Thank you, man. I've got 6% on my GoPro and it keeps dying, but Andrew just